Dude, that wasn't cool, Skeleton. The animal mobs were putting on a show.
Why are we so close to the camera? Let's get this review going.
On the table, Lego Minecraft, the BigFig Series 1 collection, or what I like to call the Bigures. We have set number 21148, Minecraft Steve BigFig with Parrot, 159 pieces. Set number 21149, Minecraft Alex BigFig with Chicken, 160 pieces. And then we finish off with set number 21150, Minecraft Skeleton BigFig with Magma Cube, 142 pieces. What is going on the back of the package? We have an image of each creation. Looks like they can sit, each coming with an accessory, a mob companion friend, display stand. They are about 5.3 inches tall, 135 millimeters in height. Let's begin with Steve. I want to see more of that parrot. Inside the box, one instruction booklet, Steve. This bag of pieces, this bag of pieces, and that bag of pieces. And now to hyperconstruct Steve. Constructed, we have BigFig Steve and Parrot. BigFig Steve the Bigure was a pretty quick build. Was kind of enjoyable. I kind of like how it looks up front. Holding on to, what is that, either a stone or an iron pickaxe? Probably stone. We have smooth panel plates up front. I like how they worked with the hands. You can open them up and place things into them by removing this panel piece here and then replacing. The arms are articulated on posts and they can rotate all the way around. The head is on a ball joint so you can move all the way around and swivel, very similar to the gameplay in some ways. There is a lever on his back that when you push in to raise and lower his pickaxe for some mining action. Also, articulation in the legs. It looks a little silly with the multiple ball joints. I'm not sure why they designed it that way, but there you go. They're pretty tight. You should be able to hold on to them for a while. I like how the leg moves all the way back and then almost 90 degrees forward for sitting, I believe. I suppose the ball joints give Steve's legs a realistic Minecraft movement. It just looks weird. And then over on the back side of Steve, which I think everyone is going to be commenting the most about, the most glaring, weirdest detail of the big figures is, looks like his shoulders don't line up right up with the torso up top. It's down just a little bit, so I think everyone is going to be probably noticing that, saying that looks a little weird with the big ears like that. Why did they do that? Why didn't they spend a little more time working on that? Okay, well now let's move on over to the parrot. The parrot is really cute. We've got a red and blue and yellow parrot on feet, standing. Nice little brick feather on its head. There's a little bit of articulation in the wings on a ball joint, so you can move these wings anywhere you want. And the head is on a clip, so you can move the head up and down. And we've got some leg movement, so it can pick up some seed on the ground. Very cute. I almost liked building the parrot a little more than Steve, which brings up our first poll question of the day. Who do you like better, Steve or the parrot? Steve and Parrot are a good afternoon build with 159 pieces and are a good combo team. Well, let's move on over to, let's try a skeleton. Looks like the skeleton has less pieces, but is slightly taller at 145 millimeters or 5.7 inches. Inside the skeleton's box, instruction booklet, one and only two bags of pieces this time. let's bone up on a nice skeleton build. Skeleton with BigFig constructed. I think I like the skeleton a little bit better. Maybe a little more detail, maybe for some reason brick translates to bone a little better. I'm not so sure, but I really like this one. This one was a fun build. We have a skeleton with multiple points of movement. We've got a bow that fires. Let's place that bow in like so. One of those little pin needle darts, I like to call them. And then if you press on the back here, you'll fire away. Oops. See if I can get it to go. There we go. So a good shot with those. Those are always a very strong shot. One thing I forgot to mention with the Steve is that the accessories look a little more custom with these. This is the bow weapon. We've got a weapon here with a nice arch to it. And it was kind of a fun addition to the build. And then for articulation, shoulders on ball joints so you can move these bony arms everywhere. The head is again on a swivel ball joint that you can move around, swivel back and forth, up and down, all around. Skeleton a little different with his torso. We've got a mid joint there, and I like the skeleton legs a lot better than what Steve had. Just simple joints going on there, and they click, they hold, and it doesn't look as silly as 4 ball joints. But I kind of understand where Steve, you know, he does have the thicker legs. Skeleton has bony legs going on. The best part too with the skeleton is the addition of a helmet. We can remove this, what looks to be an iron helmet, or is this stone? I guess it's iron. And there we go. I like that a lot. Is there a stone helmet? No, there is not. That is a really nice piece because it's removable. It looks like a helmet. It fits nicely snug onto the skeleton's head. Let's bring Steve out real quick and see if it fits on Steve. I think it will. There's Steve again. You can see the skeleton is much taller. I think that's basically in the torso, but maybe if we line him up off his display stand. Get him to stand, skeleton to stand, and it feels like actually the torso is about the same when you're looking at it, but it's the legs. It's more in the legs, I think. Somewhere in there. Actually, the legs are the same. It's more about the joints. Actually, I take it back. What am I talking about? The skeleton is basically the same height. It's all about the helmet. So, let's get this helmet off. It's funny how those optical illusions will get you. Skeleton really requires the display stand. I mean, you can get him to stand, but it's just so much nicer to have him on that stand. Now, okay, let's get this helmet on Steve, see if it fits. Oh, good. It does. And that's kind of a bummer that Steve and Alex don't come with helmets. Well, maybe not. He looks kind of silly, doesn't he? Maybe it's not perfectly designed for him yet. It's kind of above the hairline there. So, okay, I can see why Steve doesn't have a helmet yet. But there you go. The helmet is such a nice addition to this toy. I like the skeleton a lot, though. Get that helmet back on. There we go. I don't know why I had so much trouble there. It usually goes right on. And then the back of the skeleton, not as distracting as Steve for some reason, because, well, skeleton is bony. The reverse plates here, the back side of the plate, doesn't look as bad as it does on Steve. Although, here we actually have an attempt to cover up those legs a little bit, but they're probably there to hold those legs together. Good looking skeleton. I had the fun time with this one. And then we have a little Magma Cube mob accessory. Not accessory, companion that comes with. Real simple little Magma Cube. You can open and close it. That was a fun, entertaining build. Which begs the second question. Who do you like better, the skeleton or the little Magma Cube? I think in this case, I like the skeleton better. Okay, skeleton, let's move on to our final BigFig. That would be Alex. And the Alex box once again. Obviously she's going to be very similar to Steve in construction. There's some differences with her boots and the way her hair tile is placed on her chest, but there is a diamond sword and a chicken involved. Those elements are good in adding variety to the BigFig collection. Inside the Alex box we have a set of instructions again, that bag of pieces, over there some pieces, and look, a little bag of pieces, 3 bags of pieces with Alex and Steve. Let's Alex up this BigFig. Alex is built, so is the chicken. Again, very close to how Steve was built, with some small differences on the legs and chest piece. I think the most important part of the Alex set would be the sword accessory. Look at that original Minecraft piece. We have flat brick decorating it as diamond, but of course you could decorate it as others. I'm imagining people will be picking up this set just for that accessory. Alex again with the same points of articulation with the head rotation and the action feature, this time I believe on the opposite arm. Bringing back Steve for comparison. And I believe you can simply switch that in the build if you like it on the other arm. You can see now how Alex's legs are slightly different in how they worked with them. And again, they both still have that kind of crazy open back design. I think the uncovered sleeves bother me the most. Steve's sleeves, that's fun to say. I'm guessing that they went with open back design instead of paneling them up to keep the price point a little bit lower. These are $15 sets, which help make it available for everyone. Had they added more pieces, the toy might have climbed to a higher price. I don't know though, having back plates for a little more money might have helped out these. But they're still pretty neat from the front, and I think if we make it to a Series 2, the more you collect, the more they liven up a table. I sure would like to see a zombie and a creeper, and maybe a witch. They would be fun to see. I certainly like the hostile mobs better. And with the inclusion of the little companion mobs for these sets, pretty much rounds out a fun little build. So if you can get around some of the weird things like the ball hinges and Alex and Steve's legs, the open brick backs of the characters, I think these can be a lot of fun to build and work with. And maybe, if they make enough of these, they will combine into some sort of super robot. But probably not yet.
He's weird.
Tell me about it.
And really quick comparing them to their Lego minifigure versions. They look like they reach about the knee height of a figure, and it looks like they're fairly close in comparison. However, Alex is missing her V-neck shirt and her dark green belt. Steve is missing his V-neck shirt. However, it is really nice to see the BigFigs with rectangular blocked arms. I always wish the minifigures could have had blocked arms.
You forgot to say something about the chicken.
Oh yeah, the chicken. The chicken was a nice little build too. We have articulation in the head, neck. And well, that's about it. No wing flapping, but it was a fun little extra build. Love the Minecraft chicken. Oh, that's right. And you too, Parrot. Lego Minecraft BigFig Series 1 collection arrive on store shelves January 2019. They run approximately $15 a piece. If you're interested in building a larger version of Alex, Steve, and a skeleton with some clever articulation and some small animal mob friends, this is the collection for you. They may not be perfectly designed, but they are fun builds and they look pretty good from the front. Their accessories are nice as well, and they have an action feature to work with too. Almost like a Lego action figure. That's what I have to say about that.
A squirrel's backside is confusing too. Thanks for watching Squirrel Stampede. Please like, share, subscribe.